Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Divya, and today I'll be guiding you through a meditation practice to work on the skill of concentration. Now, when we sit down to meditate, what we're actually practicing is the skill of focus or concentration, known as dharana, which is the sixth limb of yoga. In this state, we are working on noticing and releasing any observations, thoughts, or sensations that come up and come into a state of just acceptance. And when we're able to sustain this state, it turns into dhyana, or the seventh limb of yoga philosophy, which is the state of meditation. So this is a skill. It takes time. And I know a lot of people get frustrated about why can't I stop having thoughts or why can't I sit still? And I just want you to know there's a lot of different ways to practice this. So today we're going to practice this just through a series of questioning as we're sitting down and also practicing the art of letting go. So all you'll need for your practice today is yourself, a comfortable seat, and let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and take a seat and drop your hands down to your knees. Lift the crown of your head up towards the ceiling to find some length in your spine. I'm just going to have my knees or my posture is going to be in Sukhasana, easy posture. I'm sitting on a meditation cushion just for a little bit of comfort. If you like, you can go ahead and close your eyes or lower your gaze towards the floor. Close the lips. Start deep breathing through your nose. Inhale and exhale. Now, the first thing we're going to be doing is just establishing stillness in the body. We'll move into the breath and then finally get into the actual practice of focus. So notice any kinks in your body, any areas where you might be gripping or have any tension, and use your breath to notice and release that. Make any adjustments you need to your seat while we're just beginning our practice. Notice if your breath feels shallow or deep, if it feels warm or cool, gentle or forceful. And without making any changes, just continue to notice how your breath shifts as you put more awareness into it. Notice how your body responds to the breath, expanding and contracting, lengthening and shortening, expanding and grounding. Keep the spine nice and tall, chin parallel to the floor. Breath is steady and even. Just a few more breaths here to sink into this moment. Any remaining sensation or observation of the outline of your body, the weight of your body against the earth, use your exhales to let those lines get just a little bit fuzzy, a little bit blurry. So it becomes a little bit less clear where you end and the rest of the world begins. Now, bringing your attention to your thoughts. Just notice how the thoughts feel. Do they feel loud and demanding, or quiet and passive? Does it feel like a reminder? Does it feel like chatter? Maybe even ask yourself if it feels like your own voice or someone else's. Or maybe it comes in the form of a visuals of what needs to be done, visuals of memories from yesterday, or imagination of tomorrow. Still just observing and noticing. And as you're observing your thoughts, notice if they feel persistent, if the same thought comes back to you again and again, or if it simply jumps from one to the next. A few more breaths here just to observe. The practice I want you to take part in now is the releasing. When thoughts come up, what we often do is feed into it by leaning into the thought. We might get an outline of a thought and we color it in, we give it life. But instead, what I want you to practice for the remainder of our time together here is to notice whether it's something you see or hear or sense in some way. I want you to just notice what it looks like when it first appears, when it first comes into existence, and freeze that moment in time before letting it go. You can use your breath as an anchor, bringing the awareness back into your inhales and exhales in order to do this. You can also stop the moment in time by thinking about it, by noticing it, and then letting it dissipate. Settle into your breath. And the most important thing as we move forward is to not feed the thought. Just notice and release. Notice and release. You can always use your breath as an anchor, making the breath audible, something you can feel in the body to draw the senses back in. Wake up your concentration again. Just a few more minutes here, calling your mind and your focus back to yourself. Notice if you feel outside of yourself, if the thoughts are drawing you into imaginary scenarios or expanding on senses or memories or the future, and just using your breath to anchor you back in this present moment. and just letting everything dissipate away. Take note of how your mind feels now with a few minutes of repetitive focus practice, using our senses and our breath and our focus to notice and release thoughts. Slowly begin to call your senses back in, wiggling your fingers and toes, noticing the outlines of your body again, where the air meets your skin, where the weight of your body presses into the earth. Maybe start to reinvigorate your breath, taking deeper inhales and deeper exhales. If you like, you can gently roll your neck or touch your ear to each shoulder. And when you're ready, gently flutter your eyes open, coming back to this moment fully. We will conclude our practice here. Thank you so much for participating in this. I hope that you feel a sense of agency now over your attention. This is one of the things that is becoming more and more in demand as we are losing our attention and our ability to pay attention to so many different things that demand this attention. And this is a practice you can do from anywhere at any moment in time. So just notice and release, use your breath, use your awareness to cut through the noise and come back to yourself. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next practice. Bye.